This is the Belarusian house in Warsaw, Poland. The center has become a haven for exiled activists and the democratic opposition to Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko.
We do not expect changes for tomorrow. Nobody's under any illusions. The wave of Belarusian immigrants is currently huge.
The current crisis of migrants from Middle Eastern countries trying to cross the EU border from Belarus has its roots among the Belarusian political exiles who escaped political repression last year. They include Pavel Latushko, former Minister of Culture, who sees the Belarusian leader's decision to unleash migrants at the Polish border as an attempt to return to the international scene.
Lukashenko is using migrants to achieve two goals. First, escape from political isolation, forcing European leaders to start a dialogue with him. Second, annul the economic sanctions, or at least avoid new sanctions that were taken for their massive violations of human rights.
Analysts say the massive protests against Lukashenko in 2020 following rigged elections and the subsequent political repression by Belarusian security forces are closely connected.
For the regime in Belarus, the whole migrant crisis is a very good idea to distract the world's attention from what is happening inside the country. Because still we have a lot of repressions, we have absolutely ridiculous trials, ridiculous sentences, people in jail.
Among the targets for retribution, the media were one of the most affected groups. Independent journalists realized they could not report freely on what was happening in the country.
More than 100 journalists are in Kiev. More than 100 are here in Warsaw, many in Vilnius. It is easier to find Belarusian journalists abroad than in Belarus.
But not all exiles in Poland are activists. In this Belarusian traditional music choir in Warsaw, we find everyone from anti-government militants to people without any political affiliation.
It's very hard. I miss my home. I want to go home. I live with a hope that maybe I can go home tomorrow. And in this hope, it is very difficult to organize my life here. You do not know if you're going to stay for a week or 2 years. It is a prison in freedom.
The hope of returning home is not lost, but chances for it wane with the passage of time and the unending uncertainty. For Ricardo Marquina in Warsaw, Elizabeth Cherneff, VOA News.